Greetings, all you maniacs from Minds on Rhymes. We'll go back to another Warframe Open Showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Nepheri. Nepheri. That's how I'm just going to call these dual daggers. So, these are dual daggers. We don't have very many in the game. And I think it's actually a really cool weapon class. So this is the build. One forma. Depending on what stance you want, you might put another format into this, but I like spinning needle. Now, there's a unique thing with this melee. I said I wasn't going to do any more melee, but I might as well. I have the blueprints. The neutral combo, the standstill combo for dual daggers is replaced by this. That energy blast right there works off the combo multiplier, works off of blood rush, weeping wounds, all of that, and it can headshot. So it can deal decent damage. I don't think I need to go over spinning needle. So this would be the main combo I'm going to be using. The block forward combo is also pretty good. And the block standstill combo I always thought looked kind of silly, especially when you have high attack speed. I am going to be playing Grendel just for a meme. I don't think he's awful. I just wish abilities it did more. Mostly because in Steel Path, he's like actually unkillable. Like he's super freaking tanky. I'm not going to be using my bow. I just so happen to have the Proboscis Ceranos equipped. So let's go ahead and go into the Steel Path and show what these daggers are capable of. All right, here we go. I'm going to first get my buffs. I don't know why he needs to make that noise, but also, my frames are going to die because I've been having frame rate issues with this game recently, especially in Steel Path, which is unfortunate. So when it comes to these dual daggers versus the Fang Prime, which one do I prefer? I like the Fang Prime a bit more, but this ranged attack does do, it actually does some good damage. I don't know, I just liked having access to the entire stance combo. So yeah, as you can see, these things have quite a lot of damage to their name. And you can see there that the new neutral combo does, pretty decent damage. I'm just going to do this. Get my combo up, and then I'm going to have my buffs going. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to say this every single time I do a melee weapon showcase. It's a melee, so it's like the strongest thing in the game. Like, yeah, guns nowadays are really, really powerful. Melee has been nerfed slightly, but it kind of doesn't matter all that much because, melee is still melee. But anyway, as you see, the Nepheri does not really care about Steel Path enemies. It's really strong. So the real test is going to be going against the Acolyte. But spoiler, the Acolyte is going to get, destroyed. Because he will not be able to kill me. The only thing that can kill Grendel is Grendel. He's a really, really tanky boy. That's like the biggest bonus of playing Grendel is that he's just super tanky. And his abilities, I might do a video on this later, but I think he's one of like the most broken frames in the game when it comes to fighting Corpus, because he does all toxin damage, and Corpus are not fans of that. So put 2 and 2 together. Also, these things come with innate heat, where the Fang Prime does not. But the Fang Prime do have slightly higher stats. And with the Fang Prime, you can actually use neutral combos, and you don't have to do the walk forward combo all the time. Let me grab this. Get out of my face. Alright. Let's get the, oh, I don't care about my melee combo multiplier. That doesn't do toxin damage to enemies that get hit with the other enemies. Oh, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, my frames are dying. There's too many enemies on screen. I need to fuck around with the settings again, or check if my drivers aren't updated. That's probably what's going on. Every update, it's like something happens where my computer's like, what the fuck is happening? Warframe is making me burn. Yeah, my CPU is on fire right now. Oh, it's Malice. Okay. Yeah, yeah, pretty fast. Yeah, Grendel is a tanky boy, and now for some meme. Because I basically show what I need to show with the melee weapons, so I'm just gonna meme around and be a meatball. So come here, I need more enemies. Give me all of you. Oh my lord, that's too much. That's too much. That should be fine. Yeah, then the meatball form does like no damage. Oh, I should get out of here. Get my buffs. Yeah, they can't do anything to Grendel. It's pretty funny, honestly. That's like the most redeeming quality about Grendel, in my opinion. Like, I don't think his abilities are bad. They should definitely be more than what they are, but I mean, there's only so much you can do with a frame like Grendel. But he's a tanky boy. We can all appreciate how tanky he is, right? And also the fact that you can just give me some enemies to show. So you know there's bottomless pits in this game. You can just do this, and you know, the enemies are dead because they get thrown off a cliff. It's pretty funny. You can also yeet sentience into space, which is funny. Just absolutely just, you know, inhale them and then spit them out in Mach 4 and they just, you know, fly into the sky. It's pretty funny. Where's your adaptation now? Anyway, back to the Nepheri. They're it's a really good dual daggers. So overall, as you see, these daggers are great. If you like dual daggers, and you don't have the Fang Prime, you can get these, and they're essentially the Fang Prime. They just have one little thing about them, that you can't use the neutral combo on stances, which is a little unfortunate. Why couldn't it have been the block standstill combo and not the neutral? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's I mean, they're dual daggers with high stats, high crit multi, decent crit chance, and it's a melee. And when set up like this, which is how I set up every single melee weapon I have, I'm only doing this to really show the stats. It shreds. I mean, how couldn't it? It has 72% status chance, high slash, heat innate, and high damage just overall. Like, this is going to be me every single time I do a melee weapon showcase. It's a melee weapon. It hits really hard. Anyway, it is pretty unique. But when it comes to dual daggers, I prefer the Fang Prime, honestly. But that's just me. Zol dual daggers win. I think that'd be kind of neat. There's a lot of Zol weapons that I would love to have. Anyway, with all that being said, fun dual daggers. They have high attack speed, to be honest. 1.0 is the same as the Fang Prime. So if you're used to using the Fang Prime, then, you know, you're going to be used to using these. So you see that they're only slightly less stats than the Fang Prime. These actually have more status. Not by much, though. But the Fang has higher crit chance and higher crit multi, only slightly. And they also have more impact and puncture. The Fang are puncture based. I don't understand why. I mean, yeah, they're sharp blades, but they're also sharp blades, so it doesn't really matter because it's melee. A melee could be all impact and it'll still go to level cap, no problem. I'm not even kidding. All that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.